Whenever you're ready.
In recent years, the big four record labels, which include EMI, Sony Music Entertainment, Warner Music Group, and Universal Music Group, have all been saying that CD sales are down, and they're blaming piracy as the main reason why. But in that same span of time, all four have either rising stock prices or reporting that revenue is up. For example, looking at the EMI annual review for 2009-2010, they state that in the area of music publishing, revenue is up $14 million, or 2.1%. And in the area of recorded music, revenue is up about $100 million, or 6.5%. My proposition is that music piracy fails to have a significant effect on legal sales of CDs. There are many factors that can be blamed for the decrease in CD sales, one being the increase in digital downloads, other forms of entertainment, and the economic downturn. Digital downloads. Buying music digitally from venues like iTunes or Amazon is more convenient for just about everybody. Lee Graham of the NPD Group, which is a leader in market research for the entertainment industry, says that instead of downloading entire albums, people can now just download single songs that they're interested in. That's one of the reasons why online sales haven't fully made up for the retail sales of CDs, but there is more. And another study by the NPD Group says that between 2007 and 2008, internet users paying for digital music increased from 28 million to 36 million. And according to the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA, they say that there was a 20.2 increase in the online sale of albums between 2008 and 2009, and in that same study they quote that there was a 20.5 decrease in the sale of physical CDs in stores. That's only 0.3 loss in sales. The RIAA is failing to recognize that the new format that is digital downloads is coming along and killing the CD slowly, just as CDs killed cassettes back in their day. Daniel Rand of roughlydrafted.com writes an article that claims while CD sales have slipped, download sales have doubled. He quotes a survey by Juniper Research, another research company of the entertainment industry, and with of 3,319 people, which says that file traders were reportedly spending more on CDs and albums after they started trading files online. Lastly, he quotes Harvard University and the University of Northern Carolina, that reports results of a file sharing study that say that file sharing seems to have no negative effect in sales, and as sometimes does have a positive effect on sales through word of mouth and people telling other friends of good albums. Other forms of entertainment. Chief executive of the International Federation of the Phonographic Industry, which is like the RIAA but internationally, says that the music industry is having to compete with increased sales of other entertainment forms such as DVDs or video games. They also have to compete with free online streaming sites like Pandora or Last.fm. According to Lee Graham of the NPD Group, he says awareness and usage of Pandora has been doubling year after year, up to more than 18% now, and that a third of people who are aware of it claim to not use Pandora to stream music. My last point, the economic downturn. And again, Lee Graham of the NPD Group says that consumers' primary reason for not purchasing CDs is that they are spending less on entertainment overall. He reported that there were 17 million fewer CD buyers and a 19% drop in sales in 2008 compared to 2007. But still, the big four record labels have rising stock prices and revenue while they claim that piracy is hurting their sales. In conclusion, I explained that my proposition, which is music piracy, fails to have a significant effect on the legal sale of CDs due to the factors of increased digital downloads, other forms of entertainment, and the economic downturn.
All right, I like the story that you have that you start off with, and you do a good job clearly stating what the proposition is. Your secondary points are alternative causes. You sort of rush through the preview on those, and I think that they ought to be clear declarative sentences. Obviously, there's a controversy on this issue. I think you could give us a little bit more context. It's very well organized, though, when you are in the body of the speech. You cite everything, and you signpost everything very clearly. I thought you did a good job in presenting information. You had good source citations for the evidence that you're citing. There's a lot of statistical data in the presentation, and sometimes I think you're rushing through that. You have another couple of minutes in the speech, and I think one of the problems is that it's hard to process the information without an opportunity to evaluate it. There's one point, for instance, where you're making a comparison between digital downloads and decreasing sales, which might not mean very much if we look at the total numbers. For example, if the drop in actual physical object sales is out of 100 million, and the percentage increase of digital downloads is out of 10 million, and you're making a comparison between a 25% increase and a 23% decrease, and you're saying, well, there's a 2% difference there. Yeah, but that may not mean what it sounds like it means, and I think that one of the problems is because you've got a lot of those kinds of numbers that it does get a little bit jumbled there. But you're very consistent about citing your sources, and you explained the inferences that you're making, so it's fairly clear to follow your argument. I thought the presentation was pretty good, like I said, except for maybe rushing through some of the information. All right, thank you.